NBA sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the San Francisco 49ers and the Los Angeles Rams. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon.
We play to win.
First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. Second and 7. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Here's Wilson to throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play there on the catch and run.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Hunt's going to run left. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Second and 12. From the gun, it's Wilson. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 18.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. In on the stop, it was Tarvarius Moore.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the Niners' 13-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run with Hunt. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Justin Madubuike drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down.
Jake Elliott on for the field goal.
The kick by Elliott is good. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit. So every point is precious.
And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. To throw is Watson. The throw for Claypool is intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Hill. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 28. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. And they'll run here with Carter. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good.
The one didn't work very well on that play. Defenders on 3rd and short know it's going to be a quick read. And really, the quarterback's just going to turn around and hand it off. So that way, you're able to diagnose the play and try and get to the point of attack. But when you're dealing with a fullback, it's hard to knock him backwards.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. A carry here for Hunt, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Clock running, under a minute to go now here in a fast-moving first quarter. I think this is a free play for Wilson. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. So now from half the distance closer, here's 1st and goal. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Hunt, and he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Kareem Hunt, a 3-yard touchdown run, and the Rams tack on to their advantage. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
49ers nothing.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Watson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Now it's Hunt. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. The Rams on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down. try and run for it. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Kareem Hunt stops short of the sticks. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Second and 7. Now it's Watson. That's swung out wide to Harris. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
That turns into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, Harris. Room to run past midfield. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 42 yards on the ground for him. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
This is Harris. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
From the 40 now on 2nd down, Wilson. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. This is Hunt on the draw play. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Wilson. This is caught. Touchdown, LA! A great effort there. 30 yards. And the Rams add on to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes our score 17-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. 2nd and 4. Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. Watson. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. Finding some room at midfield. And finally brought down at the 38. 76 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup.
Well, that's one of the main responsibilities of a safety in any defense. A long way downfield before he's able to corral him, but that's why you have him on the field, the last line of defense.
He made the play. I don't know if it'll be remembered. They're probably so mad that the run went for that long.
Wonder if they were thinking pass in that situation as opposed to run and being caught a little bit out of position. Fortunately, he's able to track him down.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. And he'll let one go deep for Howard. And that is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So that stems the tide just a little, but this still a 2-touchdown game.
And I think that maybe that was a bit of a calming drive for this offense, and that's exactly what they needed. They were able to move the ball. They did some good things. It's still the second quarter. Plenty of time to go.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, then maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. To throw is Wilson. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Wilson. Open man is Samuel, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
There's a fast release by Wilson out to the flat. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
From the shotgun, Wilson. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Wilson. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Bilal Nichols drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. Back deep to return is KJ Hamler. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And we'll see what they opt to do with just 14 seconds remaining until intermission. Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 18-yard line.
4 yards remain for second down. Watson off play action. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
This time they stay on the ground. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll swing this out to Tony. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did. And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game.
3rd and short. Blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. And behind the chains, 2nd and 13. Watson now to throw. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 34-yard line. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. A shotgun snap for Watson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 17-yard line.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
They'll run on first down. It's Harris, and he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Here's Watson. Flush to his right. The ball comes out, and that is going to skip out of bounds. So a break there for sure. They'll hold on to the possession at the 5-yard line. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty. But it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Now Watson. That's caught by Howard. A gain of 7 that time. Second goal. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And the ball situated at the 9. Second and goal. Out of the gun, Watson. Flushed out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? To throw is Watson. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Decent gain on the scramble is 6, but now it's 4th. And for the second time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. McPherson's kick is good. And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing. All right, they didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
Jake Bailey sets to kick off.
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. This is Hunt. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Second and 11 now. Now it's Wilson. And he will find his man, Samuel. Touchdown, LA! I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. Elliott now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Back to throw, Watson. The throw for Claypool is intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Myles Jack. 20, 10, and he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Watson. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Not much there, only a yard. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Myles Jack. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back off. Inside the 10-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll run here with Moss. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
I just wonder if before that last play, if someone on the defense stepped in the huddle and said, we've been run over, run around, run through all game long. Can we come up with one stop right here? And on that play, they did.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Now it's the backup Goff. They'll run the screen with Moss. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Elliott is good. And their lead will swell up to 28. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they knew this would be tough on the road divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this 4th quarter. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Watson. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
The 2nd down and 10th there, knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it. This one feels like a lost cause.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, here's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. They'll run on 1st down with Moss. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
On 2nd down, it's Moss again. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6.
Definitely too early to panic, but that is his 4th carry of the game, and collectively has a total 10 yards. So maybe there's no panic, but maybe some concern.
Yeah, and maybe a little concern up front because they're not giving him any space right now. The Rams on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Goff. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. Let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. They'll try to run. Here's Moss. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Elliott is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
that's all that's left because...
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Myles Jack with a sack.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
To try again after the sack. Watson. Completion here to Claypool. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Watson on 3rd down. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. And they will take a knee here. Well, on both sides, you come into this game with so much hope, so much build-up, looking to move on. One side gets to do that, but let's not forget the others. Tough pill to swallow.
It really is, because there's so much hard work, effort. You mentioned the hope to go on and maybe play in the big game itself. Well, let's see how they handle it, though. The offseason is going to be a long one for them because they're going to eat their heart out watching other people continue to play. But can they come back the next year and find it in them to make that same run again and maybe find a way to advance?
You